Hey everybody, welcome back to another RSG stream. I'm Ranger J 1999 and welcome one and all to the stream. Glad to have you here. Joining me today, of course, is the one and only Dr. Finn, medicine woman, the troll extraordinaire. Dr. Finn, what's going on, partner?
Work.
Yeah, Dr. Finn is very busy. He's a very busy little guy. Also joining us, and I get updates on my phone, is of course our boy Grim.
What's up?
We also got Sanely Red.
Hey.
And of course, Xylo. What's going on, Xylo?
What's up, guys?
Alright, make sure I didn't get the phone come popping through. But welcome one and all to the lunch stream. We just like to hang out for an hour, talk Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. A lot of new stuff happening on the channel. So, hey everybody in the channel, what's going on? Good morning, Bimatsu, in the twilight hours of Hawaii. Welcome one and all. If you have questions, go ahead and get the questions in now. Dr. Finn will scoop them up and Stanley will read them out and stuff. That's kind of how it works.
I'm collecting them now?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know what you were doing, Finn. I didn't want to just overstep my boundaries and, you know.
Well, Sanely, are you collecting them? Sanely's been doing a good job at it.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll pick them up.
Finn's getting used to being a slacker.
It's true.
But yeah, so get your questions in and then Stanley will scoop them up and everything. Sorry about that, right, Stanley? I figured Finn would scoop them up and then you would just read them, you know, but I guess you're doing both today. So but you've been doing a great job doing that already. So channel updates. So I've got the Xbox. I spent a small fortune yesterday. Got everything set up for Battlefront 2. I will be doing a ton of Battlefront. We're also going to be doing some other games with Finity's ADD Gaming. We're going to do some more Diablo, some Borderlands 2. What else? What other games? Minecraft, maybe, Finn? I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I'll probably start Minecraft. I don't know. There are some other games I'm looking into as well, so I'll leave those as a little bit of a surprise. Because I don't know if I'm going to get them or not, but there are other games.
Okay, so a lot of stuff happening. I'm going to be doing a lot of Battlefront 2 on Xbox. We did it yesterday. I'm awful at it. I'm just not used to the setup, but I'll get better at it. The more I play a game, the easier it is for me. So we'll be doing that. If you'd like to join me for Battlefront, I don't know how we're going to do this, but we're letting VIPs and people like that have access first. Ewok, and shut up. Did you see this crap already? God, dog, man. No, Ewokin. I already explained why I'm not doing that.
Yeah, but he's right. You did say you would buy a platform.
I did, and then CG lost their damn minds, man. Sorry.
That's true.
Which we'll get into in a second. So we'll be doing that. I'll think about Ewokin. You make me break my oath. What else is going on? We got, if you're listening to this, YouTube's got a new feature where you can check out the chat and everything after the stream's ended. So you can go back and listen to us on YouTube and watch the chat, which is really cool. If you want to listen to this on the podcast form, just go to iTunes. You can download that. We're still looking at converting, instead of it being a video conversion, it's a regular conversion, right, Finn?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying.
Like Bob the Footy Rebels question: who's worse, Finn in Borderlands or Ranger in Battlefront? It's me in Battlefront. I'll take full scope on that. Finn's gotten really good at Borderlands, but you know, more practice makes perfect. So we'll see. I got to figure out some of the controllers and stuff, but we'll get there, guys. I actually did a pretty good matches. I had like 24 kills and stuff. I was doing pretty decent. The other ones, it was like you're just, when you start, you're so underpowered that I was getting one shot. I was like pop my head around the corner, snipe. I was like, God. Jesus. It was brutal, man. I'm like shooting someone there. They've got more health and stuff, and better gear and everything, and I'm just like, aha, I got you. I'm dead. I've got to do star cards. I got to do a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, make sure you guys give us a thumbs up, subscribe. But we got a lot of cool, fun stuff. If you'd like to support the channel, of course, you got the super chat function on the bottom. If you donate $20 or more, you get VIP. If you would like to get the cool little icon next to your name, then just become a sponsor. Sponsorship is on the upper right. It's $4.99 a month. Helps us expand and get all this cool stuff like Xboxes and breakfast cereals and orangutans and all this other crap that we bought. And then, am I missing anything, Finn?
No orangutans were harmed in the making of this video.
All right, so get your questions in. Stanley will scoop them up. First thing I want to talk about is the second Dear Baby Ranger letter. Can we call it the second Baby Ranger letter?
I think that's appropriate.
Yeah. So, because CG Rydiggs, he's a great guy. He said, "Hello, Territory Wars," but I'd like to start off by Dear Baby Ranger. Is that fine with you guys?
Dear Baby Ranger Part 2.
Yeah, Dear Baby Ranger Part 2. We understand recent territory wars had guilds matched up at a wider range than design intended. As an appreciation and recognition for all the great player feedback and patience as we continue to improve the game, we will be distributing 500 crystals to all players on 316 in their inbox. So we're getting 500 crystals today. Let's go around the corner. What do people think? I think that's fair enough. It's not a Zeta, but you know what? That's a PvP.
Some carbs or something would be nice
Some
too,
carbs,
though.
okay. They're not going to do that, but okay.
They should have
Carbantes.
Yeah, give us 5,000 Carbantes, Jesus.
Yeah.
I really wanted chewy shards.
Yeah. 3 chewy shards.
They should have just given 2 Zeta mats in addition to... They could have given like 300 crystals and 2 Zeta mats, and I think it would have been better.
Yeah, for Territory Wars rewards, yeah.
But you know what? At least they identified. At least they're trying to do something. Recognition. I'll take that. Could we want better rewards? I think we all agree it could have been better, but you know what? We'll take it. Details. We have made some improvements to the matchmaking system in this week's server update. Starting with this week's Territory War, you should be seeing results close to the original design intent. And in order to help you understand that intent, here are some additional details about the system. Matchmaking seeks to create the most fair matchups with 2 primary goals in mind. The squad power of participating individuals in each skill should be near the same average power. The strongest possible squads of both participating guilds should be near the same average power. To achieve this, matchmaking uses multiple parameters. As a primary consideration, matchmaking identifies the strongest characterships expected to be used by each participant in the territory war and assigns a value to each roster. Then it looks for the single strongest squads and compares them to each other. Matchmaking then aggregates this criteria for the guild and finds the opponent that is most similar. Comparing guild galactic power, GP, active GP, and number of participants can be misleading. Rewards are determined solely by active GP of the participants. Active GP refers to the total galactic power of the guild at the time that each person has joined the territory war. Galactic power is locked at that point to ensure that matchmaking is calculated off a fixed number and can't be drastically changed over the course of the territory war. Finally, to promote a variety of opponents, we seek to avoid matchmaking with recently fought opponents. However, this can still happen if opponents meet the above criteria and are sparse. Thank you all for your great feedback as we continue to improve the Territory Wars feature. As with all areas of the game, we will continue to monitor the feature to ensure it is meeting target design goals. CG Rydiggs. Now, this is the kind of stuff that I want to see them doing. Because again, I went off the other day because we just got a little snippet in the bug thing about this is we've done this for the matchmaking. It didn't tell us anything. See, this is the kind of stuff that they need to be putting out so we can read it, digest it, kind of get our heads wrapped around it. So let's go around the corner again. What does everybody think of this? I mean, I like the communication. Again, as I always say with these communications, it's great that they're doing the communication, even though you may not like it. You may disagree with it, but at least it's more in depth. It gets you a better analysis of what they're trying to do and what they're thinking and what's going on and what their thought process is. So let's go around the corner. We'll start with you, Zyla. What do you think?
Love the letter. Love the crystals. And I think they did a great job with it, too. And, I mean, it's not, like you guys said, it's not a bunch of Zetas or whatever, but, I mean, we can't expect that kind of stuff all the time, too, when they mess up. But, it was a great way for them to address the problem. They gave us their notes. They gave us more information instead of being short about it, and I love it.
All right. Anybody else? Grim?
I think it's awesome that they're doing this. I mean, hopefully it helps alleviate the whole, oh, wow, we're fighting a guild that has 40 million GP above us. Well, we're going to get stomped before it even started.
Right. What about you, Stanley?
Yeah, they still need to let us know what the ranges are for, when we get increased squads.
That's a good point.
That would be pretty cool if it showed what tier you were in.
Yeah.
That's true, too. It's more detailed for Territory Wars.
Yeah, I agree. What about you, Finn?
I'm kind of torn in the same way that Sanely is mentioning. So, in addition to the letter, Rydiggs was answering questions later on in that thread.
Yeah.
And so he was trying to answer questions that people were having, and he was going through it. And I'm fairly clear on what he said and why he didn't say certain things. They didn't want to give away any of their algorithm stuff, so then people would try and manipulate it and that kind of stuff, which is fine. I'm perfectly okay with that. I'm glad they put out at least the gist of the letter, while it's not giving a lot of details, is basically saying last week wasn't what we intended for it to be, and we're fixing it. Right. So I'm fine with that. To Sanely's point, they don't explain why certain what the levels are where GPs are going to be placing in more squads than not.
Right.
There's also kind of a weird dynamic with it that is not making any sense. So last territory war, one war we had to place, I think it was 28, and then the next one we had to place 30. And the opponents we were facing were pretty much the same general GP, like they were within about 5-6 million GP of us. So somehow, within one territory war, facing an opponent that's similar GP to us, we had to place 2 extra squads per territory. So
a little bit more clarification on this then is what you're asking for?
Yeah, they need to put more clarification on it, because if the number of teams is also variable based on your opponent and some other kind of algorithm, that's really silly. Because so what they said with the matchmaking is essentially that they're looking at 2 things. One is going to be the average, and then the other one is the variance, or like the standard deviation, away from the average. I don't foresee a huge difference in the strongest possible squad. That one is an interesting one. If they're only looking at your like top 5 GP characters and how far away people's top 5 GP characters are, I mean, for the most part, that one shouldn't have a lot of variance, I don't think, because everyone's arena squad is usually pretty high, or they have like 5 characters at top. So either they're looking at your top 5 GP characters, or they have particular squads that they have determined as strong squads, which may be like the CLS squad and your Emperor Palpatine squad and your Jedi Training Rey squad, or whatever it is. They have some preset squads that they're looking at in order to determine this, which I think is a little bit silly, considering now that they're trying to emphasize offense and more use of all of your teams. So to do matchmaking based on certain teams being in your roster and not taking into account other teams seems kind of strange. But that's their algorithm. Hopefully it works. I don't care about the details as long as it works.
Yeah.
The only thing is the number of teams on defense doesn't really, if it's not consistent, that means there's basically a formula behind the number of teams you're placing on defense. And it's more complicated than what it was previously, which, if you remember, is it was something along the lines of it was always 25. And then if you had like 50 people and the other one had 48, they would average it to like 49, and then they would round it down so everyone would place 24. Or both of them were 28, they would both place 24. If there was a 48 and a 46, you would place 23, something like that. And then it would scale. They just need to be more clear on the number of defenses in a territory, because I can tell you, as now we just went over 120, but at the time last week, we were right in the 115 to 117 range. Needing to place 28 teams on defense, needing to place 30 teams on defense per territory is basically game over. like you lose interest of players the more you force them to put things on defense and don't leave them enough things to play on offense. And everyone had developed a strategy for 25. If the number of teams you're putting on defense is constantly changing, besides the fact that the guild isn't registering 50 out of 50 or whatever number consistently, they're going to lose players, because having officers constantly fluctuate your strategy because you need 2 extra teams per territory on the front line in order to front load your defense means that you're now 4 lost. You need 4 more teams in the back. Not to mention every other territory also needs 2 more. And now you need 10 more teams. And if you're trying to put a quality defense, you're going to run out of teams and everyone's just going to be frustrated. Mm-hmm. So I think they need to be more clear about the number of teams on defense. They need to define it a little bit more for the community, that your maximum is going to be 50 out of, if you're 50 out of 50 at 120 GP is going to be, I don't care, 28, 30, whatever it is. And then the only way it's going to drop is if you're facing a lower opponent, which should not happen, or you're not registering 50 out of 50. I don't want to have another situation where we get 28 and then all of a sudden it's 30 the next week and there's really no difference in how many people we registered. There's not much of a difference in the GP we're facing. The less variance there is in those kind of things, the better it is for the community and the more interest people have, because officers won't burn out for a strategy.
Word.
Yeah, and it's like Bimasu just said in chat, it's not fun when I have to farm and gear all these tunes and then not be able to play them.
Mm-hmm.
That's essentially what they did with the new territory war setup, which is just not good anyways. But
it's science.
I mean, like, for territory wars, I'm stuck putting 99% of my roster on defense, which leaves me with 2 teams to go on offense.
Oh gosh!
You know,
crying.
You shut your pie hole, dirty grande patron.
Your idea of what a good team is the problem. Come on.
What's up, Brain Man?
It doesn't. What's up, man? It does. Honestly, it doesn't bother me. I don't care how many teams they want us to put on defense. What it does is you just have to focus a little bit on defense and a little bit on offense. Mm-hmm. It's okay. I mean, we got to put 35 teams up. There's a lot of times when I end up with 180 banners of defense, or 100 or 210 banners of defense, and I'm just like, well, this is what we're doing.
Yeah, but that's not the point, really, is it, though, Grande? So, if you had a choice, would you rather play with the characters that you have in your roster and attack good defenses, or would you rather put them on defense and just watch as other people are attacking and you don't have those characters to attack with?
So I think it depends on what my work schedule is like. I think it depends on certain characters are better on offense or better on defense. There's certain teams that I might set on defense. And the other thing, too, is we have to go back and think about what is a decent team, right? And, you know, I mean, could I get a win with my droids on offense? Possibly. Would they make an okay defensive team? Absolutely. You know, am I going to put my second string Sith out there as an offensive team? No way. But are they a decent defensive team? Yeah, they're decent. You know, so, you know, let's put them up there and see what happens. And so I put them up there and we see what happens.
So this was the idea that I had proposed, I think, even before Territory War came out, right? Which was, what if they let you put all these teams on defense, right? You could essentially unload your entire roster on defense,
right?
Okay? And then it's almost like a game of Risk. So the territories you have on the front line, right, and your top one on the front can go against the top one on their front. So then which one is better? So you can use your attacks to attack the one on the opposite side, and you try to burn them down. Once they go through your defense, now you have a second line that can help you burn through theirs. And you just do it like a game of Risk, where you're just moving your territories up and trying to conquer their other territories. You also reduce the chance of ties this way. And you get to play with the same characters that you're putting on defense. Well, why does it have to be that you can only put it on defense and then you can't put it on offense? This is why people hate Platoons. Like you have people in the guild that spend money in order to get like a 7-star Scion or like a 7-star Visa Smar. And then they're going to show up in Platoons. And now the people that paid for these characters, especially in guilds that aren't like super whales, they're not going to be able to play the characters that they use because chances are your guild's going to need it. It's really stupid.
I farm characters just for Platoons, man. I mean,
yeah, but do you pay for them?
Well, on some level, I do, yeah.
Because I don't think so. Again, it depends on where you are. But we have people in our guild that pay for like a Scion because they wanted to see how he works in arena and they really wanted to play him. But then we get to our Platoons and it's like, well, we really need the Scion in our Platoon in order to reduce it so everyone does better. So does that really seem good for the person that just paid $300 in order to get a Scion? That they can't even use it in territory battles because they're needed inside of Platoons? I don't think so.
Nobody made them do that, and nobody makes them put it on, put it in Platoons. I mean, they could go, no, I'm not putting it in Platoons. I'm playing it. Okay. I mean, it's not the end of the world, guys. It's just.
I think it's stupid to implement anything where you're putting in something where you can't play with your characters. I think it's retarded. The whole point is that people want to play with the characters that they've geared up and spent time on. Why would you implement something where you're literally preventing them from using those characters?
Or like Hermiota and Wampa, like you spend months farming them and then you deploy them.
You are using them. A deployment is using
Right,
them.
I agree with that too.
I don't agree that deployment is. They could have just made it so you put in X number of light side and X number of dark side, and you can throw in trash and just get it over with.
Oh, there goes Grande.
Nope.
We'll have to see what happens.
And as quick as he arrived, he disappeared.
He's chasing the chicken.
Especially when there's alternatives to how they could have designed this so people could actually play with the characters. I hate the fact that they've introduced things like Platoons. I don't like the way that they've set up defense in Territory Wars at all because you can't play with the characters. But this is something well before Territory Wars even came out. So I'm not saying this is new. But I think it's just stupid overall that people spend time to work on their characters and then you're expecting, basically, if you want to have a chance to win, you're putting them on defense. And then you wonder why people were cheesing defense before they changed the system. And it's because people wanted to play with their Jedi Training Rey. They wanted to play with their CLS teams.
With that being said too, like take Ranger for example, the First Order, like it's fun to put those down on defense and see how many defensive wins you get.
But you could do both.
That's also true, yeah.
You're not live fighting your opponents, right? So once you put your teams on defense, you now have a static map. So all you have to do is you work with your guild in order to attack their map. They work on theirs in order to attack your map. So if your top territory is fighting, you can first attack only across, right? So they attack your opponent's, you attack your opponent's top territory. Once you exhaust all of your teams, now your second line can attack whatever's left on that one. And once that one is down, they can move on to the territory in front of the ships. And then you can just continue on that way. Once you've exhausted all of your squads in the territory in front of the ships, now both ships should be aligned. Otherwise, you can use the one from below the ships and attack because that one has access to both.
Right.
I mean, you can. The game of Risk is there. It's a long-standing game that people have used. You use your units.
Yeah, I played Risk a lot. It's fun.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you had to do. You don't have to reinvent the wheel with every new concept. You have these characters.
Yeah, they're trying to put their own spins on all of it.
Exactly. Like you don't have to change all of this, and you could play your characters, and it's just static maps, so you can see their progress. You can see your progress. You'll be able to compare. You're not just sitting half the map, half the time looking at it.
Right. Make territory wars great again.
Ewokin, it wouldn't end up being full clear because here's the problem.
Ooh.
If you, let's just say, for example, there is a strategy to it as well. So if you in your top territory filled it up with like Emperor Palpatines, and your opponent filled it up with Jedi Training Reys, you're going to have some issues. You may not be 1-to-1 on every clear. if you put Jedi Training Rey and your opponents put like strong Night Sisters, your Jedi Training Rey team may not win every single match. So now you lost.
Right.
As soon as you lose one match, right, and you don't win that one-on-one, you have now guaranteed you're not getting a full clear. So now you avoided this whole thing that they created with the new system and all that. You would have avoided a tie automatically. As soon as one thing did not do a one-to-one, you've now eliminated the chance of a full clear. And you're just trying to figure out, you strategize on what you want in your offense. You work with that team. The other thing that was mentioned was like the time, right? So Grande said, like, if he doesn't have time or something, it's just easier to put everything on defense. You could always strategize your stuff. So like the front territories are people that are able to attack at the beginning of territory wars.
That's right. So
maybe the ones towards the back are Australia or something, because their time zone is like 12 hours after whenever it starts, and they don't want to wake up in the middle of the night in order to play.
That's right, say.
So, I mean, there's different things they could have done. I think they overcomplicated it with this new system. Their matchmaking, we'll see if they actually fixed it. But I don't think Territory Wars is going to be fun if they're constantly changing these variables, and officers are going to have to adjust their strategy repeatedly in order to try and make something work that is overcomplicated for what it should be.
All right. You know what I think it's time for? I think it's time to do some questions. Let's see what the feed.
And now for something completely different.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Pennypinch, Ranger, will you be busy at around 4:30? Can I give you a call?
I think I'll be streaming Battlefront, but sure,
Battlefront, yes.
Is it a naughty phone call?
No, it's not a naughty phone call. What the hell's wrong with you, man? It's Mr. Pennypinch. It's one of my homies. A naughty phone call. Shut up.
So it's a very naughty
Check out his YouTube channel.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be fine. Text me first, I guess.
If it's a naughty phone call, make sure you make it like a conference call with the RSG line. So that's RSG4 Revan. That's RSG4 REVVAN 774-473-8826. Make sure you call that conference call in and record it so we can hear your naughty conversation.
No, we don't. There's not going to be a naughty conversation since there's no point. Shut up, Finn. Nobody likes you. All right, next question.
Paul Morgan, what's the best way to mod Scarif Pathfinder? Currently have offense and potency.
He's a tank. Potency.
Health and protection.
Health and protection with potency because of what he does with his AoE.
Well, it also depends on where you use them, too.
Well, I use them
like for Nihilus and stuff.
I mean, just, yeah.
If you're using them for Phase 1 or Phase 4 where Nihilus is involved, give them as much health as you can.
Yeah.
Because protection don't mean crap.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Do it.
Matthew Schweniker. I have a Zeta on crew already, but I kind of fail to see the benefits of the auto-taunt Zeta for him. Can you explain why that is good? Was also thinking of First Order Stormtrooper Zeta.
Yeah. We just got $2 or was that euros from Thomas Boost?
Thank you.
Thank you for that. We also had a donation earlier. Freedom donated $2. That's some good science, Pimatsu. You know what? You can't argue with science. All right.
Can't argue with Pimasu.
You just can't.
I mean, it's an auto taunt.
Yeah, I mean,
there is nothing not cool about
both of his abilities are incredible. The reason you want him, he's auto taunting, so when he takes damage, he recovers 8% health, and a random first order ally gets advantage, which speeds them up and does all kinds of things. And he has a 100% counter chance when he's taunted. And he takes reduced damage from percent health damage effects from that, and then taunts again. I mean, it's a ridiculous ability. His leader's amazing too, because first order allies have 40% critical damage. Oh my god. And 30% and 30 speed. When they score a critical hit, they gain 20% turn meter. When a first order ally gains status effect, they recover 5% health and 5% protection. So you're hitting Kylo. He's given advantage. He's getting all his crap back. He's giving them buffs, which gives them 5% health and protection. They're getting turn meter. I mean, it's ridiculous. And First Order Stormtrooper, which is the next date I'm doing, this adds his counter, and you know they're doing all this critical damage. I mean, once a first order team gets going, I mean, I've been using them in Dark Side Territory War. It's game on. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's just a sick ass team, and it's actually doing well in PvP. Not as well as some of the other teams, but it is in the meta. So I mean, it's a team once you invest and get the Zetas and everything on, it's really good. You know. It's great in it's great in the raids. It's great in dark side territory battles. It's great in territory wars. You know, it's an investment. I ain't gonna lie, man. Getting these guys to gear 11 was a nightmare. But you know, I'm trying to get them to gear 12, but that's another.
It pays
nightmare.
off though.
What's that?
It pays off getting them up there.
Oh yes, it does. I mean, they're
just wait until you finish your special forces
right.
TIE fighter
the team
pilot.
that you want to have.
Once you finish that, you're
special forces TIE fighter.
Need to change your shorts.
And Executioner really make this team go. So the team that you really want to run with it, because I'm running the older versions of them, but it's going to be Kylo Ren Unmasked, Special Forces, Executioner, First Order Officer, and Stormtrooper. And that team is just, I mean, Executioner I've seen from other people playing it. It's like, oh my god, I want him now.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Hard. He hits so freaking hard.
Well, and all the stun locks too.
Yeah.
You can completely stun lock the imposing team for the whole battle.
Just sick. I mean, they're just getting turn meter. It's like Resistance, the opposite effect. Resistance, you know, with the exposes does that, but First Order does the opposite because they start critically hitting you. They're getting all these buffs to make them hit you harder, and they're getting all their health and protection back. I mean, you got two taunters that both counter when they get hit, right? And First Order Officer, if someone gets hit, he'll just debuff him. So it's just a really sick team. All right, next question, please.
Ouchie Dumpling. Is there a new algorithm still including the GP of all of our tunes under 6K power?
No idea.
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
He replied to that question. In the thing, and there isn't a separation as of now. Now I don't know if they're going to change it, but with one of Rydig's responses, it does currently include all the characters.
Okay.
Footage subject to change.
Word. All right, next question.
TM.
TM.
Thomas
I was waiting
Watt.
for Grim to say it.
Question: with my arena 80% full of Palp/Vader teams, is the Zeta on combat analysis R2 still useful, or maybe even counterproductive? Many thanks for your insight.
I don't use R2.
It's very counterproductive.
I don't use R2
Yeah,
in the face of Palpatine.
I haven't said it either.
I don't even have it Zeta, but even if you did, I wouldn't use R2 in against a Palpatine lead anyway. The team that I run is CLS, Rex, Kenobi, Thrawn, and OG. Bam. You know, R2 just makes it worse. He really does. It's just on that team with what the Empire does. It is very counterproductive. He just doesn't do enough damage. You want to hit hard and fast, and having the Rex team the way I have it set up, I mean, you'll put Rex in for R2 on a Titan team, and you'll be good to go. Next question.
We're already caught up.
We're caught up?
Yeah.
What in the hell is going on? Wow, we've never had that happen before. Man, we're really on our game today, man. Or we're just not getting this many questions. We've been answering questions all like mad. Oh. Let's see. I can't say that the new heroic raid, man. God, they really nerfed the hell out of crap. Am I the only one that's been doing a heroic raid here? Anybody else?
No, we're probably gonna try soon, but we haven't tried yet.
Anybody else tried here? Heroic?
Can't say that I have.
Damn it.
Tier 5.
We'll get there. Yeah. They really need her. I was going in and out. I mean, certain teams are, you got the checks team, and people are screaming trying to figure out what to do now. I mean, because it's totally changed the dynamic of the raid. It really is. Bad Rongo. I go CLS lead because I like the counter. I just have my Rex super duper fast and my throne super duper fast. So the way it works is I still have CLS lead. No, because with Kenobi in there, he mitigates critical damage, right? So the way it goes is my OG Han stuns their Vader. Then my CLS goes, I hit their Thrawn, take away all his turn meter, and he gets debuff. My Thrawn goes, I speed up Rex, he does his tenacity up, and then I'm like, please AoE me. And they do, and they just get pummeled. I mean, that's just free damage, just everybody attacking. So that's the way I does it, and it works out really, really, really well. Oh, $2 from B Monster says $2 says spam is way better than tuna, Sith Lord. Oh, there's a fight in the chat about tuna and spam.
I hope you didn't kill anyone I know.
Man, Pimatsu.
I like
It's getting
tuna
real
better.
now.
Yeah.
I like tuna way better.
Oh God, Grande's back. Is there any?
The bandit. He says the nerf took his P1 Jedi Ray team damage down from 5% to 2.5%.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty brutal.
Sounds like half.
Brutal. Yeah, that's exactly what
exactly
it is.
what Loki said.
0.004 to 0.0002. That's what happens.
I still feel like it would have been better if they would have did the 0.1 instead of 0.2 decimal. Like, and you wouldn't have gotten such a negative response from it, and it wouldn't have been that much of a difference in damage.
I think they did
but
too
just
much.
enough. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, we're trying because we had beaten it, no cheese or anything, but it was like, okay, what do we do now? And it's, not everybody in my guild has JTR. We have more JTRs now, but they still got him. Yeah, you got to
that's the only thing you got to worry about now is getting Treya.
Oh, I want to get her. She will be mine. Oh yes, she will be mine.
Yeah, man, that's crazy stuff.
I mean, Hermit Yoda's. I've got to farm him up. I mean, it's a brutal farm. I mean, I've turned my gear farming to get that little green butthole.
Yeah, right now my guild's in tier 5, phase 3, and I ran a couple team comps today because obviously you're using every team over and over again in the position I'm in, obviously. But I ran JTR with Hermit Yoda, troopers with Hermit Yoda in place of Shore Trooper. And then I also did the Akbar team, CLS, Raid Han. I was trying to put Ezra in there, but my Ezra still needs a little bit of work. So I ran a little bit of film. I'm going to throw that on my channel later tonight.
There you go. Looks like we got some more questions. Grande, are you able to answer questions, or are you still chasing the chicken? So do we need a chicken update?
No, so today it's not a chicken update. Today I got a flat tire coming.
Oh man!
I went to go meet a man about a pool. We got done with the pool, and I ran over a lumber strap, and the tire's going. And I'm like, oh no, we got to go take that. So now I'm waiting an hour and a half to get that taken care of. And so much for talking to a man about a TV. So anyway, but I'm here. I'm here to answer questions.
Well,
Let me know what you
nothing
guys
else to do, so there will be no chicken. Our live reporter's having some technical difficulties with the environment.
Yes.
Like
I would agree.
which basically means he doesn't know how to drive and avoid stuff on the road.
Being in construction means stuff happens with tires, man.
Yeah.
Just does.
Yeah. Looks like we got some more questions. So let's get back to it, Stanley.
All right. Shields Ghost, question, Ranger, how much do you bench?
Max I've ever done, I think, is 385. I usually do 225 on the bar and just do sets of, 15 to 20 reps. And then, or until I get burned. Sometimes I go till I feel burn, and then I'll do one more, and then I put the bar down. So sometimes I do 12, sometimes I do 18. I don't really look at, just do 15 and done. I do it till I get that muscle fatigue. Same thing with push-ups. Same thing with any exercise I do. It's more about hitting that fatigue than anything. So
97 pounds here. I do 97
sometimes
pounds.
I'll go even lighter. I'll do 200 just so I can do more reps. I'll put 200 in the bar, and then I'll do just a crap ton of reps on the bar just to get.
How much does a Twinkie weigh?
You're a bad man.
Half of that.
How dare you? We're talking health and fitness, and you're bringing up Twinkies. And you're a doctor.
Well, that's the only way I can tell you the weight, since all I do is bench
It doesn't
Twinkies.
even have any weight. It's fluffy.
Well, half of a Twinkie.
.0000001 grams.
Just like exposed. There we go.
But yeah, I don't do heavy lifting anymore because back in the day when I was doing I would do 315 5 to 8 times. I put 385 on, or I think I was doing 325 one time, and that's when I hurt my shoulder, and I was like, you know what, heavy lifting is not the way to go, and I just don't do it anymore. Forget that crap.
So in other words, you used to lift heavy weights until you got old.
It's not that I got old. This happened about 5 years ago that I was lifting and I was going really heavy, right? And I put the thing with heavy weights is you run the risk of getting hurt easier because there's just so much weight in your body. I don't care how much you're benching, how many reps you're doing, but at any time, I heard it. I was at 1 rep, 2 rep, 3 rep, and then on the 4th one, it's I heard the pop, and I was like, "Oh no!" Grab the bar. Halfway, I was like, and then I got up, and it was so much pain, and it really threw me off after that because I had to take a couple weeks off where I couldn't really lift. It was brutal. So,
what, did you dislocate it?
I popped something in there. I don't remember what the doctor said. He was like, "You just got to." Put heat, put ice and cold on. Luckily, I didn't tear anything. But yeah. It hurt pretty good. It's not worth it. It really is. Unless you're doing if you're going to be powerlifting, great, go do that. But, heavy weights just leads to more injury. So when I'm doing squats, I could bench more, I could squat more, I could do all that stuff. I just choose not to. It's just easier to do more reps and get more exercise. Plus, you get your heart rate up and all that other good stuff. So no, heavy weights is bad. You can't even do one push-up, Danilo? Jesus. I'm going to have to get all you guys together, man. Let's just start doing push-ups. Actually, we'll do the 300 workout. I have you guys do pull-ups, push-ups, all kinds of stuff. All right. Next question, please, Sanely, if you don't mind.
I can eat multiple push-ups.
No, shut up. That's enough out of you.
Paul Morgan.
Double Twinkie workout.
That's Finn's. Can you imagine his patience? Doug, my cholesterol seems really high. Yes, you need to eat more Twinkies. Oh, good. Oh, I thought
ham and cheese Twinkies. I'll make them fresh at home.
Lord.
Paul Morgan. I've been placing mods on all my characters, good or bad, to be sure they have mods on them. Is this a good idea?
Something's better than
Grande?
Nothing. I do that. Grande had me do
I would say yes. Do the mods. Especially if they're good mods and you're trying to find them later on SWGOH.
Mm-hmm.
.gg.org.
BMOS, I can do reverse push-ups, lie on the ground, and do push arms up in the air multiple times.
Okay.
Something better.
That's science.
That's some sports science right there. Awful.
Okay, Matt M. Question: in which order should I Zeta JTR? Thanks.
Oh, her leader first, then BB-8, then go back, and if you want to do her second one, you can. But that's the order you should do her and BB-8. They're kind of a combo pair. Somebody in the background is that you, Grande, with the background noise, people talking and stuff?
Sorry.
That's okay.
Is that Vanessa coming to help you change your tire?
Hey, he's probably sitting in the lobby.
He's like, let me tell you about these chickens.
Man, let me. Actually, I'm over here looking at Star Wars 1/48 scale snow speeders right now.
Ooh.
And I'm looking at some model kits that they got. I'm like, some of these model kits look sick, dude.
Where did you get a flat that all of a sudden you're near Star Wars stuff?
Well, I was on a job site. I got a flat, and I drove over here to the tire place. And right next to the tire place is a hobby place.
Oh.
So I walked into the hobby place, and I'm over here drooling over models. Of course,
Nice.
The models always look better when a professional puts them together. Whenever I put them together, and
They don't look the
glue
same,
all over
yeah.
the place.
Yeah.
They don't look as awesome as whenever the dude in the store puts them together. Dude in the store puts them together, and you're like, dude, that looks sick. But
Man,
he's got everything.
we need to
Kids,
change
look
the
what I
lunch
made.
hour
It's a snow
title.
speeder. Why does it look like an elephant?
Wait a minute, you said it was a snow speeder,
We
became
need
a
to change the
walker.
lunch
What
hour to
happened?
Grande's Adventure Hour. Seriously, every time during lunch hour, he's doing something.
They have both type of AAT walk. You know, they have the AAT M6, and then the AT, which is the Imperial Walker from Rogue One. So they have the one that has like the gorilla knuckles. You know, that one looks pretty sick, dude. The one from you know, from the Last Jedi.
Yeah.
And then they have the one from Rogue One, and then they have a Rebel U-wing fighter.
Nice.
Which of course, you know, we have U-wings in the game, and then of course they got the Millennium Falcon with the square dish from the Last Jedi and from Rogue One. They have some ties that I haven't ever seen before, like a TIE Striker from Rogue One. Why do we not have that in the movie in our thing, man? We don't have a TIE Striker. That looks pretty sick. And they have a Y-wing starfighter, which of course everybody likes a Y-wing. Of course, Red Squadron X-wing, which of course we love Red Squadron. Then they have Poe Dameron's X-wing.
Well, we know who Finn is in that squadron. He's Porkins because he's eating all those Twinkies. Like Finn, pull up! Oh, I got it! Well, pull up! Ah!
Then of course they have a Imperial Star Destroyer.
All right.
Anyway, they got some cool stuff, man.
Yeah. Grande will give us our man on the scene. Grande will keep us posted on what he finds.
I'm telling you, every time I've always got something going on.
That's right.
You guys know this though.
Word. All right. Next question, please, Sir Stanley.
Shields Ghost. Can you play my terrible YouTube video to show how Rex decimates Scion in Emperor Palpatine-led teams?
Oh, yeah. We could do that. I don't know how, but get with Finn. We'll figure out something. It does work, man. Scion doesn't scare me at all with Rex. Bimatsu. Red October standing by. That's from a Family Guy. That's right. Forgot about that scene. That's so good. I love the Family Guy stars. I've got them actually sit behind me on the shelf over there. I bought the the Blu-rays.
Something Dark Side.
Yeah, Blue Harvest. You know, they're so good. Those are the extended ones too, with all the cutscenes and stuff. So yeah. Oh, $2 from Combe Garbage said to Grande regarding the chicken. How about now?
How about now?
I hope you didn't kill anyone.
Yeah, right now I don't have an update. I'm sorry, guys.
That's okay.
Oh, here's the thing. Do they have a model chicken?
Oh, snap.
They do. They have some chicken. There's probably there's some chicken bookends that they've got over here.
Okay.
Should probably look at that. I'll give you some chickens. And they got some flamingos.
No, we don't. That was facetious. All right.
Chickens and flamingos.
All right. Next question, Stanley.
The Mertuan. Question, is Grande calling in from a wind tunnel or parasailing?
Well, he's already explained that, so. Next question.
Okay, Michael D. Question, thoughts on this territory war defense team? CLS, Zolo, Leia, Stormtrooper Han, Cholo. I've been gearing Cholo up at gear 8 and 9. It was surviving 3 to 4 times on defense. How to make it better?
What do you think, Xylo? Did we lose Xylo?
I mean, no, it sounds pretty good to me. I mean, I can't really chime in on it too much, to be honest. Yeah, it sounds good as it is.
I like Captain Solo a lot. I use him with my CLS team on defense. I mean, CLS with Captain Solo with Ahsoka, Old Ben, and OG Han. That team gives me some decent wins on defense.
Yeah, it's a perfect balance of offense
because they're
and
just
defense.
regeneration. I always look, it's like 4 battles at least that they had to fight that and try to take it out because it's regenerating.
I got to tell you,
Right.
I like OG Han better on offense than I do on defense.
Yeah, I like him on defense.
I agree with that too, but
Well, yeah,
I mean, the
it's a
team around
philosophy.
him keeps it alive too. But again, yeah, like Grande said, I do like Raid Han better on offense.
Just thought the wind tunnel ought to chime in.
I was talking about that earlier. You know, people that leave OG Han on defense, it's not a very good idea. He'll get focused down right away.
Unless you're a Ranger and you're in
At least that's what I do. I
Could
focus
even
him
put
down right
old
away,
Ben in
and
there.
then the rest of the team falls apart.
Not my team. That's science, damn it. When I get the rest of them geared up, and it's going to be really disgusting. Because I know Loki uses that team, and it's dynamite for him. All right, next question, please.
Revenator, is the chicken going to come help change Grande's tire?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, Ghost, question, is peeing in your eye really a cure for pink eye? Because it's not working for me.
No. Who told you that? Dr. Finn, we have a medical question here. We need your expertise.
You want the... So, unfortunately, I have to say, it is one of those man versus wild remedies.
Mm-hmm.
There can be something in your urine that can act as an antibacterial. So if you're out in the wild and you have it, you can potentially use it, but it's not something for civilized society because obviously it's urine. And
if you have really good aim.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you put it in a cup and then wash your eye out. You don't just straight pee.
Yeah.
It's not like a jellyfish thing where you get somebody else to come and like pee directly in your eye. It's not one of those things. But so the urine itself isn't sterile in other cases. It can
is sterile
be
first
used.
time.
It's not an accepted method except for like one of those weird man versus wild. You have nothing else.
Well, the other
to
one
do.
too.
Otherwise, just get antibiotics and wash it out and cold compress and just the regular stuff.
Yeah. Well,
we're in a civilized Ghost.
Well, the other one is that we learned in the field was if you have athlete's feet, pee on your feet. Again,
yeah,
probably because ammonia or whatever.
Yeah, you have urea.
It works.
Yeah, man, I've been stung in the face by a jellyfish before. That works.
Okay.
I live in
this Discovery Channel moment brought to you by.
Yeah, jellyfish, man, that thing's hurt.
They just did a Kenobi. He's like, it's so uncivilized.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Next time on Naked and RSG.
Naked and Afraid RSG. Granny, quit farting around with those chickens and kill them. No, they're my friends. All right, next question, please.
Revenator, question for Grande. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Oh.
To get to Grande.
Tire to give him a flat.
What? I don't really have a great answer for that. Or there's like 50 answers for that. So.
Grande's being all quiet.
It was running away from keyboard.
Oh, no.
Keyboard.
Poor keyboard. She's always hungry. Oh, Lord. All right, next question.
Mr. Pennypinch, question. Grim, can you friend me on Discord if you're not already so I can share my vid on beating the IPD mission without death and shore? Thanks.
Yeah, I saw that one. That was a good one.
Yeah, it can be beat without those. I know a lot of people don't have access to them. You know, there's alternates.
Like Grande said too, sometimes you have to deploy shore and death, so sometimes you're stuck with that option to beat that IPD mission with those 5.
Yeah, I normally beat it without them because I have to deploy both of them. So it is possible. The other thing too is Magma Trooper is really freaking good in the Sith raid. So gear up Magma Trooper and stick him in, man. You know, at least, you know, gear 10, gear 11. I mean, you don't have to go crazy with him, but he's got some pretty good mods. He's got a pretty good unique. The guy does really, really well. So you can do it without death and without shore, for sure. No pun intended.
Yeah, I'm about to start working my Magma Trooper too myself.
I wanna piss on you.
Drip,
Sing it, Finn.
Drip, drip, drip,
drip, drip,
piss
drip.
on you. Never feel quite the same when you get a whiff of my Hershey stain. I wanna.
Oh my God,
That's
Dave
enough.
Chappelle.
It's a lunch hour. We got to be better.
I think it's too late at this point.
Yeah, we crossed that line like 15 minutes ago.
Oh God. Ooh, wee, wee, wee. All right, next question, please. That does not deal with urine.
1L73. Was it the chicken that flattened Grande's tire out of revenge?
Oh.
I don't think so, man.
Are you sure, Grande?
Karma, man. Karma.
I'm telling you, it's just part of what happens, man. Nobody didn't happen.
All right. We'll leave that conspiracy theory for another time.
Everyone's trolling Grande on this chicken.
I know. It's great.
It's so, dude. Look, my life is pretty awesome, and it's pretty easy for you guys to troll me for no reason. I mean, it's, you know.
Well, you do it to yourself, Grande.
If you haven't seen the video, go back to Monday.
You go back to Monday. It is classic. I mean, we were dying. Grande was just so fascinated with these damn chickens.
It's been a great week.
And then Wednesday he gets on, he's like, the chickens, there's another one. And they're in the bushes.
There's two.
There's two now.
I'm going to tell you, there is nothing like a smile on somebody's face to see chickens in our parking lot, man. I mean, you don't even understand. People don't expect it, and they come out of the car, and they just get this big old smile, and they just start laughing, and they normally walk toward the chicken, and the chicken runs away, and then they just start laughing and pointing, and then they go.
And they're like, oh.
but it's a great. I mean, it is a great experience. I never would have thought that it would have been such a great thing, but it really is.
Oh my God!
It's the little things, and it's so amusing to see other people. That's hilarious.
Oh dang, Darth Hideous! I'm gonna call Popeyes on Grande's Chicken Army. And then Bubatsu, trolling Grande is no fun. It takes too little effort. Jesus.
Matsu's been trolling me for 2 years.
I know.
He knows how to do it.
It's like I've become bored with Grande. All right, let's do one more question, then we can end the stream.
Okay, Ghost. Who would you like to see as next month's character?
Oh, login character?
Yeah.
They're going to troll you. It's going to be Chewie, and it's probably going to be Veteran Smuggler Chewie after the Rey event is already done.
Oh, man.
And because of the new Han movie. I'm going to guess it's Veteran Smuggler Chewie.
Oh, no.
No, both of them, like they did with Poe and Finn, the other one.
Oh, no.
I would be so mad. And oh, my God.
Tits will come on here and just lose her mind.
Note to CG, please make it those. Your Tits rant is amazing.
We're giving them the idea now.
Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Anger. Oh my God. All right, we're going to end the stream there. So if you have more questions, you know what's the great thing is you can come to the RSG Discord. For all the games that we do, we've got all the Discords set up for the different channels. If you have a question about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, you just come into general, or you can go to the questions and answers. We've got it set up for that. And we've got people from all different phases of the game that'll be there from the community, not just us, but that can answer your questions. That's what it's there for. You know, if you need help, that's where you need to go. Thanks to Xylo. Xylo, where can people check you out at?
Yeah, just go ahead and Google Xylo Takedown. I got my own YouTube channel. I'll be putting up some more film on the Sith Raid coming up here soon. What I got on my tier. We're running tier 5 in my guild too. Nothing crazy, just team comps and stuff like that too. Like and subscribe to the channel too. I'd really appreciate it. And thanks for having me on the show too, you guys.
Absolutely. Graham, anything up on your channel yet?
Not yet. Still working on it. I'm doing a mashup of Sith Raid fails. So that I'm gonna be posting here pretty soon of me testing out teams
If you need
and
to feel better about
failing
yourself,
miserably.
go watch me play Battlefront. I'll get better. I
But
always
yeah,
do.
you can check out my channel. It's search Galaxy Heroes Grim, look for the skull with the anarchy symbol on the forehead, and I'll hopefully have some more content up for you guys here soon.
Very nice. And then I think that's all the guests.
Stanley Red.
Oh, did you have? You do have your own YouTube, right?
No. Well, I do, but I don't have time to put shit on there yet.
Oh, well, then why did you say Stanley Red? I was going to give you props on the other way, but that was a pimp your stuff, man. Damn it, Stanley!
Come on,
Sorry.
Stanley.
God,
I'm a hot mess right now.
I know. It's okay.
Killed the
Thank
questions,
you, Stanley
though.
Red, for being here and answering and scooping the questions.
Okay.
That's what you get.
There we go.
No, thanks, Stanley. We appreciate you, brother. Make sure you like and subscribe, guys. If you would like to support the channel off book, then you can go to the homepage and there's a button there that says support our channel. And all donations are very much appreciated. Again, you can become a sponsor. You can do the super chat. There's all kinds of fun ways you can help support us in our endeavors. Remember, we got the store. If you have you can go get your RSG swag from there. We got lots of stuff in there. Finn, what do we have in there now? Just t-shirts, or we have the sweatshirt, but we have the sweatshirt, the t-shirt. What else?
I think we have a hat, and there's going to be changes next week. So
stay tuned for that. Finn's evil mind is afoot. I don't know who got us the. We have our Amazon wish list. Someone got us the green screen thing.
Nice.
So
Awesome.
you may want to take that off the list, Finn, so we don't get another one.
I did.
Okay, good. You can take the Xbox off.
I did.
I got that. What else am I missing? Tomorrow we will be doing the Jedi Academy, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Where usually when we get done with the questions, we bring all the best and brightest of YouTube. Warrior, Cubs, Remon, Turbo, Mike. We've been having T-Money on. Of course, me, Dr. Finn, the RSG crew that could be on that time. Sup Grande, he's usually doing something like chasing chickens or taking his family to swim meets and solving world peace. That's what Grande does. And then Saturday night is our RSG Mature channel, where we just kind of hang out, drink, have a good time, and shoot the proverbial shit. Have a great time doing it. So we got a lot of stuff going on. I'm gonna be doing a lot more streams. So I'm gonna be doing some Battlefront streaming today. I do some Battlefront streaming tomorrow, big time. Gonna be lots and lots and lots of hours of Battlefront. We're gonna set up some time to do some Diablo. We'll do some other games too as well. I think Borderlands 2 we'll figure something out. Go around and shoot things in the face. We'll have a tea party, Finn.
I love Tina's tea parties.
Yes, Tina's tea party.
Yes.
I think that's it for now. So, what time did we set up the Battlefront stream for, Finn?
It's not set up yet. I can set up the event whenever you want.
Yeah, let's set it up for like. Let's shoot for 2 p.m.
Okay.
And then it gives me a little time to eat and relax a little bit. And then if you would like to join me, you got to message me in Discord. I'll get you on. Now, if you don't have Skype, VIP's first, guys. So if you're VIP and you want to come play Battlefront with me and hang out on Skype, then you have to message me if I don't have your Skype information. Anybody is welcome, but VIPs come first, guys. It's just the way it is. I mean, those guys have donated and supported us in a lot of ways, and that's why they're VIPs, and I'll give them first crack. But anybody's welcome. So if there's no VIPs that want to join, then I'll go down.
I'm getting my internet tomorrow too, man. I'll be on there.
So I will be hanging out. So there'll be some fun stuff happening then. So the 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern, we'll do that. So on behalf of myself and Dr. Finn, Grande the Chicken Lover, French Extraordinaire, Wi-Fi Government Stealer, Sanely Red, Sanely, Grim, and of course Xylo. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. Everyone have a safe rest of your day, and we'll holler at you later. Peace.